Every dawn you see, every sunrise you've ever watched, is the aftermath of a war. A war that has been fought every single night for over 5,000 years, not between men, not even between gods, but between the sun itself and its own shadow. To the Egyptians, night wasn't rest. It was a descent into the underworld, into the Duat. When the sun set, it didn't disappear. It journeyed beneath the earth, sailing through black waters in a divine ship called the Solar Barque. And every night, the sun god Ra faced an enemy that could never truly die. They called him Apep or Apophis, the great serpent of the void, the embodiment of chaos, darkness, and unmaking. Apophis wasn't evil. He was the inevitable, the shadow of creation itself. Apophis lived where light could not reach, a being made of nothing. His scales shimmered with void, his eyes devoured light. Each night, as Ra's Barque crossed the underworld, Apophis rose from the chaos waters to strike. He didn't want to kill Ra. He wanted to swallow him whole. Because if Apophis consumed the sun, the universe would revert to none, the original ocean of chaos. No light, no time, no order. Just endless, perfect nothing. For the Egyptians, this wasn't just a story. It was the ultimate cosmic equation. Every night, chaos tried to consume order, and every morning, the sun had to prove it still deserved to rise. Ra never sailed alone. Each night, a divine crew defended the Solar Barque. At the bow stood Set. Yes, that Set, the god of storms and rebellion. Once the god who murdered Osiris, now the god who stands against the true darkness. Behind him, Thoth, the god of wisdom, reading spells of light to keep the serpent bound. Isis, the weaver of magic, strengthening the bark with her words of power. Maat, the spirit of truth and balance, steadying the ship's course through chaos. Together they became something extraordinary, a cosmic firewall, a divine algorithm of light holding back entropy itself. Then it begins. The moment the sun reaches the deepest part of the Duat, Apophis strikes. He rises from the abyss like a tidal wave of shadow, his roar shaking the underworld. The serpent coils around the bark, tighter, tighter, crushing wood and god alike. Set drives his spear into Apophis's side. The serpent screams, the Barque shatters. For a heartbeat, the sun stops. But then, Thoth speaks the sacred names of Ra, names that restore light itself. The Barque flares with divine fire. Maat's feather glows, balancing the chaos, and Ra, reborn, erupts in light so bright that Apophis recoils. The serpent vanishes, burned back into the depths, but never killed. Because you can't destroy shadow, you can only outshine it. Here's the brilliance of the Egyptian mind. Apophis was not Satan. He wasn't a fallen angel. He was the necessary opposition. Without Apophis, Ra's journey has no meaning. Without night, dawn isn't triumph. It's routine. Every night, Apophis reminds the gods, and us, that order must be defended, not assumed. That the light of civilization, of consciousness, of balance, only survives if someone faces the darkness and fights. And so, even the god of chaos became the guardian of light. Because sometimes, only chaos can fight chaos. Every sunrise is the victory cry of the cosmos. When Ra's Barque breaks the surface, when the first ray touches the horizon, Egyptians knew the serpent has failed again. The farmers in the Nile Valley saw the light spill over their fields and knew that the gods had done their work. But they also knew it wouldn't last. Because tonight, Apophis will rise again. The war never ends. It just resets, endlessly, beautifully. The Egyptians weren't afraid of darkness. They respected it. They knew that the same energy that creates the world also tries to unmake it. Apophis isn't evil. He's entropy. He's the decay that tests the structure. He's the reason light keeps moving. Every morning when you see the sun rise, you're watching the aftermath of a victory, not just in the sky, but in the code of existence itself. So remember this: the world doesn't stay alive because light exists. It stays alive because light fights back. And every dawn is proof. That order is still holding the line. This was Egypt mythology, the shadow of Apophis, when the sun fights back. Next we will talk about Ra, the engine of eternity. Subscribe for more Egypt mythology.